Marhaban, welcome back to Qasid Online. This is Ayub Palmer, and I'm an Arabic instructor for Qasid Arabic Institute. This is the 13th video in our Arabic letter series, and we'll be learning about the Saad and the Hamza on the Ya. You can take out your writing worksheet and follow along with this video if you wish. For those who don't have the worksheets that accompany this video series, please fill out the form at the end of the video, and Qasid will have them sent to you. Let's get started. So in this lesson, we have four main objectives. The first is to pronounce the Saad and the Hamza on the Ya correctly. The second is to recognize the Saad and the Hamza on the Ya in their four positions and in an Arabic word. The third objective is to write the Saad and the Hamza on the Ya in their different positions. And the fourth is to pronounce and write the Saad and the Hamza on the Ya in a word. And the word that we have for today is hasair, which means reed mats or floor mats. So here we have the Saad. And the Saad is like the S in English, but it's the S as in the word saw or salt. And so this S is different than the S which is like the S in seen. We learned the letter seen before in the Arabic letter seen. So this is the Arabic letter saw, Saad. And so what's the difference in pronunciation between these two letters? The S in seen or the S in Saad? Well, in Saad, the sides of the tongue each touch the upper molar teeth, while a space is left in the middle of the tongue for air to pass through between the tongue and the roof of the mouth. So it sounds like this: saw, saw. It takes a little bit of practice. Let's look at the Hamza on the Ya. So the Hamza on the Ya is a Hamza, and here we have a Hamza, the Hamza, on a Ya. And the Ya is a seat for the Hamza. Just like we have the Alif Hamza, in which the Alif is a seat for the Hamza, and the Hamza on the Waw, in which the Waw is a seat for the Hamza as well. So far we've had three seats for the Hamza: Alif, Waw, and Ya. And this is our final seat for the Hamza. And of course, the Hamza on the Ya sounds just like the Hamza, the Alif Hamza, and the Hamza on the Waw. Okay, let's look at where we are in the Arabic alphabet. So we have here the Saad, and we're all the way over here. And remember, we're going from right to left. And we have the Hamza on the Ya, which is all the way over here. Now let's look at the different positions of the Saad and the Ya. And remember, there are four possible positions for each letter. And so the independent position for the Saad is going to look like this. It's a little teardrop, and then it dips below the line with a little cauldron. Okay, and then we have we have the Saad, which is like a teardrop, and it connects with the little notch. And then we have the medial position, which is connects, Saad, and then notch, and then teardrop. And then we have the fourth position, which is looks like the independent position but connects. So these are the 4 positions of the Saad. Now, the Hamza on the Ya has 3 positions. It has the initial position, which looks like this, which looks like a ba or a ta or a tha, but with a Hamza instead of dots. And it also has an medial position, so it looks like this. And it has a final position in which it looks like this. Okay, let's write these letters a few times, and you'll get a better idea about how they look. I'm going to change my color here to yellow. So we have here the Saad. So in the independent position, the Saad looks like this. Teardrop, and then dip below the line. Again, teardrop, dip below the line. One more time, teardrop, dip below the line. This is the Saad. Now, in the initial position, again, we have a teardrop, and then we make a notch, and then we connect on the line. We don't dip below the line. One more time, teardrop, notch, and then connect. And then teardrop, notch, and then connect. Like that. Now, in the third position, the medial position, we connect, teardrop, notch, and then connect again. One more time, connect, teardrop, notch, and then connect. Again, connect, teardrop, notch, and then connect. Okay, let's look at the 4th position. Here, it looks like the independent position. We connect, teardrop, and then dip below the line. One more time, connect, teardrop, and then dip below the line. One last time, connect, teardrop, and dip below the line. Great. Okay, now let's look at the Hamza on the Ya. So we have here Hamza on the Ya. So again, we have here, we don't have an independent position, but we have the initial position, and that's going to look like this. It's not too difficult there. Looks like the ta and the ba and the tha, but with a Hamza instead of dots. Okay, and it looks like that. I'm going to write the Hamza right there on that letter that looks like a ta or a tha or a ba. Now in the medial position, again, it's the same thing. It's going to look like those letters, but it's going to have a Hamza in the medial position. It's going to connect, come up with a tooth or a notch, and then connect again, like this, and then connect. So that's the medial position. In the final position, it looks just like a ya again. So we're going to connect like this, and then we're going to put it like that. It's going to be a Hamza on the end of that ya, but with no dots for the ya. So we connect. Okay, it looks like that with the Hamza. And then again, we're going to do it again. Looks like the ya with the Hamza. Great. Okay, now let's look at the Saad and the Hamza on the Ya together in a word. And the word that we're looking at today is the word hasair, which means floor mats or reed mats. Okay, so let's just review really quickly. We have, for the Saad, we have independent position, looks like this. Initial position. Medial position, and then final position, And then for the ya, we have here, we have initial position, we have medial position, and we have final position like this. Okay, so let's look at the word hasa'ir. So when you hear that word, the first sound that you hear is a ha sound, and that's the ha that we learned, which looks like this, but with no dots. Now you also hear a short vowel a sound, ha, ha, hasa'ir. So that's a fatha, short vowel, fatha. And then you hear a sad sound, hasa'ir. So we have the sad, not a s sound, it's a saw sound. And we also hear a long vowel alif after it, hasa, so we're going to put the alif, we're going to add an alif. And then we hear the hamza, hasa, I. And that's a hamza on the ya with a kasra underneath it. So here we're going to have the hamza on the ya, and then we're going to have a kasra, hasa, ir, and we hear a ra at the final, as the final letter. So it's going to be like that. So we have hasa'ir. Okay, now let's write these letters and connect them. So the ha and the sad both connect from the right. The ha connects from the left and the sad connects from the right. So these are going to connect. So we're going to write the ha in the initial position with the fatha, and then we're going to write the sad because the sad connects. Now the alif and the sad also connect because the alif connects to what comes before it and the sad connects to what comes after it. So we're going to write the alif here, hasa. And now remember that the alif doesn't connect to what comes after it. So we have to write the hamza on the ya in the initial position. But remember that the hamza on the ya does connect to what comes after it, and it connects to the ra, which connects to what comes before it. So we're going to have here the initial position for the hamza on the ya, and then we're going to put our kasra underneath that letter, and then we're going to add the ra. So there we have it. The word hasa'ir, meaning reed mat or floor mat. It's a plural word, so it means floor mats. Okay, let's write this a few times together. I'm going to change my color here. Okay, so we have here, we're writing floor mats in Arabic. So we're going to write hasa'ir, ha, sa, like that. Teardrop and a notch and connect, and then hamza on the ya and the ra. And then write our vowels at the end, hasa'ir, like that. I'll write the ha. We go, when you write the sad in the medial position, go a little bit longer because you're going to have room for this teardrop. Then you write your notch, and then you come up for the alif, and then you have the hamza on the ya. So we have this, hasa'ir. Okay, let's write it one more time. We have the ha, go longer, teardrop for the sad. Okay, alif, hamza on the ya and the ra. Hasa'ir. I wrote it a little bit bigger this time. Okay, now let's review what we've studied so far. I'm going to change back to red here. Okay, so the letter Saad in Arabic is like the S in the word saw, or in the word, remember we also said in the word salt. Sa. And the Hamza on the Ya sounds exactly like the Hamza on the Alif and the Hamza on the Waw, but only has a Ya for its seat. Remember, we call it a seat. Now the letter Saad connects to letters both before it and after it. So remember, in the third position, the Hamza on the Ya looks like this, and both connects here and connects here. And the Hamza on the Ya connects to letters, excuse me, this should actually go here. This is Hamza on the Ya, looks like this. So I'm just going to quickly erase that. And let's do that here. Okay, now let's go back. Okay, so in the third position, actually the Saad does connect just like that to the letter before it and after it. And in the third position for the Hamza on the Ya, it also connects to what comes before it and after it. Okay, well, now for your homework. So please download the writing worksheet and practice writing the Saad and the Hamza on the Ya on your writing worksheet, and you can upload that to the website. And also don't forget to download the reading worksheet, in which you get a chance to practice pronouncing the Saad and the Hamza on the Ya, as well as the other letters that you've learned so far in the Arabic alphabet. And to get a hold of our entire set of worksheets, if you don't have them, that go along with these video tutorials, please see the instructions at the end of this video or in the text blurb below. Thank you so much. إلى اللقاء.